The clock has just struck 12, which means it is midnight, and we'll be going to 8 different motels around the state of New Jersey, trying to complete this motel bingo board right here. If you don't know what a motel is basically a really small scale hotel, usually for car service on the side of the road. If you have to pull over overnight to get a quick sleep, you'll pay like 40 bucks and sleep at one of these places. We're starting off with one of the worst rated motels in the entire state, called the Scottish Inn in Whippany, New Jersey. This thing has 2.1 stars on Google, and interestingly, the two most popular topics that people are talking about are roaches and bed bugs, followed by stains and then cigarettes. I think it's gonna be a fun time. There are so many 1-star reviews. I'm actually really excited about this, but we have an entire bingo board to complete, so let's get started. All right, so we're about to check in right now, but beforehand, we of course want to observe the outskirts of the motel, because motels are fascinating. They're kind of like rest stops. They'll have vending machines and stuff. You'll see trucks and cars pull over, but then you'll also see a lot of interesting characters here, people that are just like, I don't know, down on themselves, or they want to do some like maybe illegal activity in these rooms because they're super cheap, maybe cheat on your wife. A lot of things happen here. Let's go ahead and check in. Checking in right now, then we're going to head to the room and hopefully we see some fun stuff there.
Pick it up.
247. It's not working.
Great, thank you. Room key secured. The guy in front of us was actually complaining because it looks as if his key isn't working. So we'll see if ours is. Ooh, looks like we have a vending machine right there. Let's see if I can get into the building though. All right, actually don't think that was locked. But we have an actual vending machine. Let's see if it's functioning, because these things are 50-50 and they actually do take cards. So I'm gonna try to get myself a Dasani water, which is the de facto worst water out there. It only makes sense. You're in a 2-star hotel, you get a 1-star water, put it together, you're at a 1.5. So I'm gonna go ahead and buy a Dasani water. Let's see what they're charging at a motel. It should be $1. Please be $1, please be $1, please be $1. Okay, so it works. $2.45. That's like an entire pack of 24 water bottles if you get that in ShopRite. All right, at least it's cold. And vending machine, which means we have our first thing on the bingo board. And we're just getting started. So this is a no smoking area in this motel. There might not be too much, but I mean, let's just look at this place. It's already quite dirty. If we want to count stains on the carpet, I think we can do that pretty much immediately. So let's go ahead and tack that off as well. So that is now 2 of the 20. So we have 18 more. There's a chance we just get everything in this place, because this place, there is a lot going on. I can't wait to see what the room looks like. I wish I was like hamming this up for the camera. That's the smell. You smell that, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's rotten.
Oh no. We're also gonna count this smell, a weird smell, unique smell, funky smell. That is 3 of the 20 done now. I hear babies crying. There's smells happening. Unfortunately, I don't think there's safety in here. I think we're actually gonna like open it up to something worse. You could actually see the bolt going through. I just heard the smoke alarm chirp in here. I'm half expecting somebody to be in here. Hello? All right, looks like nobody's in here. I'm frankly afraid to turn the lights on. They don't even work? There's no way the lights don't work in here. There's a cut on the sofa. The smoke alarm's going off. There's no lights in here. The door is broken. There's just a mirror here. What did I just walk into? They have the chair facing the bed. I think we have 6 tallied off right now. We legitimately have 6 of 20 done just from this place. I am so afraid to look at the mattress because I am guaranteeing there are bed bugs in here. As you recall, bed bugs and roaches were the #1 things that we were gonna find in this motel. And so far we found everything. So let's just pull this back and just see what we got. Moment of truth. 3, 2, 1. Anything? All right, just some stains, couple stains. All things considered, stains are a good thing. I'm gonna look for roaches though, because I am pretty positive there's gonna be some roaches in here. I wish there was a light somewhere. There's not a single light. How about this? Oh, okay, we got some light. I can't even fit through here. There we go. No bugs so far. I'm gonna put this back a little bit. Okay, the sheets are actually quite clean, relatively. They're still disgusting, but... Oh, look at this door! The door doesn't even, look at this handle.
Oh, the flies, that's already insects.
We have an insect right there. I don't know the choice of pink, but there's duct tape on the ceiling and there's clearly some caulk happening there. Actually, like the saving grace of this place is that the tub is not super, super dirty. Oh, there you go. It's gotta be some like mini cockroach, some sort of bug there. Oh, I guess I'll open the toilet. Let's check it out. I'm gonna use my foot though. Wow, surprisingly very clean. If I had $10,000, I would have bet that there would be some like crap stains on the toilets. That's actually quite impressive. We gotta get a tally though. I gotta see how many we actually got done. So let me do some counting real quick and then I wanna check out this TV. So after further review, we have 6 done on the bingo board. I definitely overclaimed a bit too much because it just felt like we were hitting so many, but there's still a lot to be done. I actually wanna turn on the water to see if it's discolored because that's one that I think will actually happen here, which would be nasty. Okay, the water's good. Yeah, let me run the tub though. Is this broken? Not broken, and the water looks fine, so they're good on that. I do want to look for black light stains here, so I'm gonna turn all the lights out, and then I'm going to put this directly on some of the surfaces, and I think it's all but guaranteed that we're gonna get a couple stains, but let's see how bad they are. Okay, in 3, 2, 1. Oh, okay. What am I looking at? Looks like bacteria. I wonder how many like people were conceived in here. Oh, but even the curtain has some, what is going on? Are people really touching the curtain like that? Getting that so dirty? Oh, look at all of that on this couch. Ew, look at that. You see that stain? That is nasty. You couldn't pay me to sit on this. Okay, I need the lights back on. We almost certainly found 1,000 stains right there. I'm gonna turn on the TV because we wanna see if there's going to be a broken TV in any of these motel rooms. I think we have a pretty good shot here. So let's turn this on. There's actually a Roku phone, even though it's not a Roku TV. I didn't even know they made this. What is a Roku phone? Let's turn this power on. Does it work? Oh, it's working. So we have to get YouTube on this TV. Let's see if that's even possible. Okay, no signal. You're telling me there's no channels? Okay, the TV doesn't work. Broken TV. Why did I honestly, I expected it to work and I shouldn't have. And that chirp is starting to really get to me. So as we're leaving this place, I'm realizing there's a ton of potholes all over here, cracks in the road, potholes everywhere. So we're also gonna count that. So we're leaving this place with 9 out of 20 done, which means we just have 11 left. I'm feeling a little bit itchy. I hope those bed bugs didn't get on me. So let's move on to the next spot. And I hope it's not too worse because this was a really terrible experience. This place has really got to up their entire being, from the cleanliness to the service to the roads. This next spot we're at is called the Americana Motel. And this one is actually rated lower than the first one because this is a 2.0 clean on Google Maps on 154 reviews. Some of the key reviews here mention price, door, money. So I think like there's an issue with the money. So I don't know if there's gonna be some issue with like getting charged twice or maybe getting overcharged. Wi-Fi slow, bugs everywhere. The old lady and Indian guy was beyond rude. This place looks to be a complete mess across the board, from the service to the price to the amenities to everything inside of the room. So I am really excited to go inside of here. I'm feeling good about this one. I think we're getting at least 5 done on the bingo board. So Americana after midnight. Hopefully it's not very good.
No picture, okay?
Okay, no.
How many person?
2. And son?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
All right, so we are at the next room now. We are at the Americana Motel. So we're about to enter our room. We have room 11, which I think is a pretty lucky room number, right? Double ones, first place. Okay, good thing it works. Love to see that. And let's go inside here. Wow, it's quite small. It's literally just a bed. The entire room is just a bed with a view of basically nothing. There are a couple of stains on the ceiling. I'm not gonna call that mold, but from first glance, it's pretty inoffensive. It's just small. It's pretty tight in here. It's hard to kind of like walk by. The door is actually like really beat up. Not as bad though at the first place, but let's see what we can knock off on this bingo board here, because there looks like there could be a couple of interesting things. I first want to check the water. All right, so water's solid, at least in there. Let's check the toilet here. Toilet's actually quite clean. That's been a consistent theme so far. We've seen clean toilets, which is great. And actually, even the bathtub is pretty clean. I don't see any leakage, not seeing any mold. All right, I mean, the Americana is doing all right. Even the towels don't look dirty, really. Why is there always just a random stray chair just directly next to the bed? Okay, here we go. Dun, 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 dun. All right, that pillow's already got some sus stains on it. Not terrible, though. And then underneath here, can I get a bed bug? I don't think so. Nope, just stains. I think like that's a bug, but it's not a bed bug, I think. It's the middle of the summer, so not gonna fault them for that. Let's see if we can get some sort of religious text in this little pull here. No, but you do get the Wi-Fi. Is that considered a religious text? Probably not. All right, let's check on this TV. Maybe we'll have some luck turning on YouTube. Okay, that's great. And where do we go from here? Is there anything we can do to get, can I cast to it?
A few moments later.
All right, so the TV was unsuccessful. What else do we have on here? Let's see. Oh, broken AC unit. That's certainly possible. There is an AC unit here. I mean, it looks to be on, but that doesn't necessarily mean working. So let's go ahead and try to like turn on the fan. Wait, oh, it's not working. Let's go. I'm on fan speed high right now, and the fan is not operating. Even if I do like the mode, if I change it to fan only, still nothing happens. Okay, so the AC unit, all right, we at least are not leaving empty-handed, even though this place is pretty small, and it did check some boxes. The AC unit is broken. Classic bad motel move right there. So we are officially at 10 out of 20 now on the bingo card. I think we find one more thing in here too. All right, so this is the outside area. Gonna be searching in case there's anything here. We have like a mega dumpster. It's also also right on the highway, which is a pretty interesting place. Like literally right next to us, you can hear just the cars going 70 miles per hour, but nothing there. I don't think there's any like amenities offered. It looks just pretty standard with the rooms. This is not very built out. There's really not much to explore here. So I think our best bet is just moving on to the next motel and just accepting that we're at the 50% mark and only got one here. So it's a pretty bad motel overall, but unfortunately our bingo board is gonna have to wait a little bit longer. Now, since I'm booking a lot of different hotels for this video, I need a reliable debit card to do so. And that's why I'm using my Cash App debit card, because it allows you to spend your Cash App balance, which I have a lot of, at any place where Visa is accepted. And what's cool about the Cash App card is that it's fully customizable, so you can use different color combinations, stamps, and even bespoke drawings. For example, here's what mine looks like up close. So you'll see I went for a more YouTube-esque design with the YT and then like a little bit of a makeshift play button right there. I also decided to make it black because that's one of my favorite colors. Additionally though, with the Cash App card, you get a ton of exclusive cardholder discounts on things like coffee, video games, and even boba. Even more, they've also partnered with major artist tours like Drake and Sabrina Carpenter, so you can have pre-sale access before general ticket sales open. There's also no hidden fees, which is nice, so you don't have to worry about random monthly charges popping up or any minimum balance requirements, because Cash App is literally just linked directly to your Cash App balance in your account. For users over the age of 18, new customers who download Cash App and use code CASH10 will receive $10 when they send $5 or more to one of their friends within their first 14 days of downloading. And if you're 13 to 17, new customers who request sponsored accounts through their parent or guardian will receive $10 if they use code CASH10 if they send $5 or more to a friend within 14 days of issuing their new Cash App card. So thank you again to Cash App for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to things. It's getting quite late now. Now we're into the 1 o'clock hour, and this next motel we're at is called the Express Inn. And this one I think has the craziest Google review of all time. It says, the room I stayed in looked like somebody's brain was splattered in the tub. Tub portion does not work. The people were nice though. What a crazy review. So you just see somebody's potential brains exploded in your tub, but if the people are nice, I guess you're gonna call that out. So let's see if that's true. Hopefully we get the same sort of thing, or at least it looks like it. I hope somebody's brain's not actually blown out in our tub, but that would actually fill a bingo card, so I'm not really opposed to it. All right, we got a vending machine there. We may be able to count this as out of order because it says not in use for the Sprite. So assuming I'm unable to get a Sprite, I think I'm gonna count this as a machine that is out of order, at least part of the machine. I think actually more than one. It looks like maybe 3 are not in use. So let me just test it just to double confirm. Maybe they did restock and they just didn't like change things up. You know what? I actually don't even have $1, so I can't check it. So I am just gonna go ahead and count that. We are at 11 out of 20 because it literally is saying not in use. Now it's time to head to our room. We're room 115. I like this motel. I like the pink doors. It seems generally clean. I think he was the nicest guy so far at the front. So far, shout out to Express Inn, but things might change very quickly. I think we're the end unit too. That's exciting. There we go. Third time's a charm. Is there somebody in my room? No. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, I see a centipede on the wall. And then arguably some other, like maybe a bee or something that's just like caught in there. Ooh, we even got a microwave and a fridge here. So let's see if the brain matter is potentially inside of this microwave. No, looks all good there. And then what about this fridge? Anything in here? Jeffrey Dahmer's victims? No, all clean in here. All right, I thought they would maybe stock us with some snacks, so looks like again, we'll have to find that. How about in here? Are we gonna get the Bible? Are we gonna get any sort of religious text like they usually do in hotel bedsides? No. And then what about over here? Because this is where people sleep. Left side of the bed, am I right? Nope. All right, let's move on to a different area. What about the TV? Can we get YouTube going?
Check the HDMI. I think it's connected to like a Chromecast.
Oh, connecting. Come on. What are you connecting to? No signal. No broken glass, so we're good there. The walls are actually quite thin. I could hear everybody in all directions here. Are there brains splattered in the tub? No. Is it clean? I don't know if I could call this dirty. Do I see mold anywhere? No. I'm not convinced though, because that review was positive that they saw some brain matter in the tub. So I'm gonna use this black light here to see if there's like some disgusting things on the ground. Oh, there's definitely some gunk. Is it enough to call it dirty? Maybe. I mean, as you get close to the drain, you're gonna see a lot of stuff. There's definitely some stuff when you look closely. Oh, let's see the toilet. Ew, I didn't want to touch the walls. Where can I put my hand to stabilize it? This will just balance. All right, not as bad as I thought. The one thing so far, all these like 1-star motels, they at least clean the toilet. Speaking of which, I want to see if the water is dirty. Good over here. Good over there. And then, oh, what? Oh, they're getting something on the bingo board for that. What happened here? Something goes, you know what? That's gonna be an extension of the tub. The dirty tub is going to be, this right here is containing the dirty tub. Because this is adjacent to the tub, I'm counting that because that is actually filthy. What could you even do on an outlet for it to look like that? Oh, I can't be in here too long. All right, let's check the water real quick. All right, looks pretty normal. Whew, okay. All right, the room looks pretty solid. I don't think there's anything around here for me to call out to add to the bingo board outside of that disgusting outlet, which qualifies as a dirty tub because it's right next to it. All right, so we're currently looking for maybe broken glass in the parking lot. Otherwise, we're looking for some sort of weird person. So we'll take a little gander, see what we could find. There's gotta be some broken glass somewhere. Well, it's kept pretty clean. You're telling me nobody's smashed like a beer bottle or something here? All right, we're approaching our final turn here. So if it's not here, then unfortunately there's nothing more for us to do. What do we got behind here? Anything suspicious happening here? No. We do have glass, it's a mirror. Is any of it broken though? That's the question.
They take care of their stuff.
Wow, even their mirrors, their abandoned mirrors aren't broken. We did see a couple of people going in and out of their motel room. They were kind of like sitting in the car, then going in, sitting in the car, going in. I'm not gonna speculate on what's happening because it is late. Anything could happen after 1 a.m. So who knows? I think it's actually time to go to our next spot though. So looks like we only found 2 things here, which is enough. I still think there's 4 or 5 motels to go. So hopefully we can close this out within some of the next ones.
Looking to keep the momentum as our first 3 hotels netted more than half of our bingo blocks, I was excited to go to this next motel.
How's it looking? How's it looking? Smelling funky, but looking great. I like this bedspread right here. This chair in the corner again, as always, just classic. And it's like just a random, there's already a chair here. I'm just not understanding the chairs. First order of business is we want to check the side tables. What's inside, baby? Nothing, okay? We have 3 chances here. 1, 2, 3. All right, the clock says 4. What? Okay, okay. All right, discolored water. I don't like what I'm seeing here. Something's fishy, I could smell it. Like there's a distinct smell in the air. There's only one more thing left to look at. Apparently, one of the reviews said there was a blood-stained sheet that they slept on. And I'll tell you right now, if we find a blood-stained sheet, that is going to clear the bingo board out. That is at least going to be 2 tiles. So if I pull this back and reveal any sort of like weird looking stain, we could actually be in good shape. 3, 2, 1. Let me dig a little deeper. I wanted it. I really wanted it. I wish somebody, you know, bled out here. All right, we're looking for some broken glass here. Okay, this is maybe out of order. Doesn't help us regardless because we're looking for broken glass. Beautiful, just like single tulip there. I don't know, that's like seems incredibly out of place. Enterprise truck behind me. Is there anything here? Wow, this motel as we're nearing around 2 a.m. is basically flawless. I have 0 bad things to say about it. We couldn't get a single bingo square done here. So we remain stuck where we are and we have 4 more places to go. It's starting to get really late now and I'm not feeling super optimistic. We need somebody to pull through. Hopefully this next spot is terrible. I'm hoping for a 1 out of 5 stars. This one though, I'd have to give a 4.5 out of 5 stars because there's literally nothing wrong with this place. Spot number 5 in these midnight hours is Rest Inn. This one like has some weird lore around it. There's like a diner sign that looks faded. There's also Sam's restaurant across the street. So this could be my calling. I think this is where we get the rest of the bingo board. So I think the midnight motel run will be complete because I'm starting to see some good signs here. Let's check in and let's hopefully have the absolute worst room of my entire life. Room secured, so we are room 107, which is right in this corner over here, right beyond the stairs. So like I said, I'm hoping to get some good luck here. The outside is very motel-y, how it has like the 2 floors, the lights in between each room. All right, right next to the storage closet. I think that's a good sign, right? Should be something fun in here. What do we got? Ooh, we got snacks? Oh, it's soap. I guess you could eat soap. Oh, exposed wire. Exposed wire. We'll take that. There we go. We haven't seen exposed wire this entire time. Okay, so clear that off the bingo board. There we go. All right, good start. What'd I say? Across from Sam's restaurant. Start to get the good magic now. All right, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. Oh, we got something, but it's a remote. And this remote does not look to be a smart one, so I'm going to get rid of the YouTube dream here. If I take a mini bite of this, it's technically a snack that was left for me, right? That logic tracks. Yeah. It has organic olive oil, chamomile, and honey. A perfect late night treat, honestly. Oh, delicious. 2 down. My mouth is so clean now. Or dirty. I don't know where that's been. All right, we're at 14 out of 20 now. We got to keep it moving because things are looking great. I want to keep this momentum. So let's head into the bathroom because I'm looking for some heavy mold here. What do we got? Anything? Anything overly gross or disgusting? Oh, mold. That is mold right there. Oh, I've never been so happy to see mold. Let's go. This is our spot. This is the comeback here. That's 3 we got. We're at 15 now, I believe, out of 20. And let's keep it moving as well. Do we got any broken glass? No. Dirty water? No, and then what about you? No, you're good too. Let's take a little walk around the perimeter of the motel because I think we could certainly find some broken glass at the very least. All right, we're going upstairs now to check things out. I see glass. Do I see any broken glass? Tell me there's broken glass here. Please, Sam's Restaurant, give us something. Give me some glass. What is this? Plastic, of course. What else we got? Anything? Okay, I think this motel has been exhausted. Luckily, we have 3 more. So we are at 15 out of 20. We need 5 more, and we have 3 more spots to go to. Let's head to the next one. All right, guys, we made it to our 6th motel. This one is now a chain. It's called Motel 6. It's up there with like Red Roof Inn and some of the other motel chains. It's one of the biggest in America. So we're gonna be going inside and see what else we could find. We need 5 more squares on the bingo tile. Nice blue lights. You already get a different feel here. It feels just more corporate. All right, we just got our key. We're in room 105, just talking with the guy up there. He was the friendliest person by far, so I really hope this place is solid. So hopefully they have like YouTube on the TV and stuff, and then we save the terrible things for the last 2 spots. But here we go, 105. I mean, I'll take anything I get at this point. Whoa, is that a king bed? Let's look into this. This is a true king clean bed. It is. That is clean to the touch. There's not a single black dot anywhere on the pillows or the sheets. Wow, we even have like a table with 2 chairs here. You could have lunch, dinner, breakfast here. We got a TV right here. I don't know if it's going to be a smart TV, so this may let us down a little bit. So actually, I think our best shot is maybe looking for a Bible. There's not even drawers. This was the spot that I was banking on there being a Bible, and there's no Bible. Ain't nothing wrong here as far as I can tell. Maybe the water's discolored. No, Motel 6 is legit as it gets. All right, so this is how expensive this is. 1 adult, $199. This hotel room is $200 per night. So it's like you're paying for a 3 to 4 star hotel, but it's a motel. So why wouldn't you just stay at a hotel? I mean, there's gonna be nothing on the TV. What is this? Guest directory. No way a motel has room service. Barbecue, Thai, Italian, Mexican, and more. Wait a second. There's no way this is actually for Motel 6. Room service menu, Bella Cucina Bistro. Okay, they're closed now, but you can actually get Motel 6, Elizabeth, New Jersey. You can actually order room service every single day too. All right, that's gotta count for, you know what? That is actually the craziest thing so far, that a motel has room service. So I'm gonna scrap the Bible, shout out Jesus, and we are going to use a tile there. 16 out of 20. We have 4 left officially because that is absurd. We're changing the rules today because, come on, that's insane. Which means we are 80% done. We're gonna walk the perimeter once before we head out of Motel 6 because it is pretty large, so I think there's a good chance that we find some sort of broken glass. I wonder how many rooms they have here. At least 5. Wait a second. Wait just a second. I think that is a broken window. And what is a window made of? Glass. Look, I'm not stretching the truth there. That is a broken window. Everybody can confirm that. And so I'm going to count that as broken glass, which means we're at 17 out of 20 officially. So we have 3 left going into the final 2 spots. I feel good now. We are out here on motel number 7. It's like 3:30 right now. So we have 1 more after this, but we have 3 more things to get on the bingo board. This is called Essence, and it actually looks really new. So if you look at the outside of it, it just looks like it's been refurbished and redone. So I'm actually really optimistic about possibly finding a smart TV in some of these rooms. So I'm actually really excited to check in for this. Now open, newly renovated. Look, it says it right there. Free Wi-Fi, renovated rooms, new management, and weekly rates. All right, got the room key. We are upstairs for the first time. How beautiful is this? Good thing we found the broken glass already, because you will not be finding that here. Looks can be deceiving though. Sometimes like you could fix the exterior, but the interior, the structural stuff can still be a little bit out of whack. So let's see. But they're even taking good precautions with what floor signs and stuff. I'm really liking what they're doing here. Bro, this is like an apartment building. You know we're getting a smart TV here. Come on, don't let me down. Nice. It's a big TV, it's looking good. Oh, it's looking good. I see Netflix, I see Prime, I see Disney. It's a smart TV, we got a smart TV here. Come on, we got Netflix. If we got Netflix, we got YouTube. Come on, baby. Let's go! I gotta get him with the hit and run. I'm gonna put on YouTube, put on one of my videos, then just run out of here. All right, bonus points if I'm just if I'm recommended, the video ends, okay? They're watching like Spanish stuff. Is there a path to finding me here? No, this is not possible. We're too far gone in the Turkish language. All right, well, at least we have YouTube TV. We'll count it. We got YouTube here, so it means we have 2 more things left. We have to find a suspicious character, and then we have to see if the water, for whatever reason, is discolored. So let's check it out. Water looks good. Let's check out the shower. Oh, water looks good. Toilet's pristine. All right, so nothing more we could find here. I mean, maybe somebody's loitering outside and we could just call them weird and just check that off. But for the most part, we're pretty much finished and we just have 2 more bingo tiles left to get, but 1 more motel. I have a special treat for you because the final leg of this motel after midnight bingo trip is at a place that I've actually been to before for another video in which I tested out 1-star experiences, and that is the Wayne Inn. This place is abysmal on Google reviews. I think it's like a 1.5 on Yelp also. So one of the lowest rated motels. Don't be fooled by the exterior because this place stinks. At least 4 months ago it did. So hopefully they have discolored water and then some weird people hanging around the buildings and we can get out of here. So let's see. We're gonna check in, just go straight to the room, try to find the discolored water because I actually feel good about this spot. If I recall from last time, I really think there was. Maybe I'm just like Mandela affecting myself. Let's check in. Wait, is this the room we had last time? I think this is actually the same exact room we got last time. 206, can we run back that clip? I feel like this is the same exact room. And what do you know? They actually have YouTube TV on here because they have another smart TV. Look, I'm gonna be completely unbiased. This place looks so much better this time. I don't know if it's new management or something. I guess they said there's a lot of renovations and like a turnover of things. It is levels cleaner than it was last time. They actually give you stuff. You get lotion, you get like a body cleanser. They have extra toilet paper. Let's go ahead and check this out. The main attraction though. That's clear. Not as clear as it could be, but it's clear. All right, let's give this a try. Okay, that's not bad. And then the final flush here. All right, executive decision, because we found 2 YouTube TVs, which is crazy, that's going to replace the water discolored. So all we have to do now is find a weirdo, and then I'm going to complete the bingo board and we can get out of here. Because I've done way too many motels and it's way too late into the night. It's like 4 a.m. now and this is our 8th motel. So I have to get out of here. So I'm just going to search far and wide for a weirdo. We're gonna count this because we found some extra stuff we didn't expect to see. And let's hopefully get out of here then. I mean, I don't know what to say. We've looked far and wide for just anybody outside. It's about like 4:45, 5 o'clock a.m. right now. We are at our 8th and final motel and there is not a soul out here, let alone a weirdo. I mean, honestly, I guess I'm the weirdo at this point because I'm the one out here searching for people at 5 a.m. So this whole time, I am actually the final tile on the bingo board. So me being a weirdo actually does complete the bingo board for motels after midnight. I'm actually extremely happy about being a weirdo because it means I can go to sleep because it is late right now. So that was a lot of fun. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see more content, make sure to click here, click here. Otherwise, subscribe on your way out, and I will see you next time. Peace.